first year.
Yeah, because they ain't went to like 83.
It was 83, 87,
87,
89.
91.
No, we're not recording.
Yeah, 80. It was 83, 87, 89, 91. John, back me up on that. Is it 91?
Yeah, it's 91.
It was 91.
Yeah. My favorite linebackers in that class.
And 91, and then
Not
the
Ray
last.
Lewis either.
And the last one was 10 years after that. Was the old one.
The Rock?
No, hell, what? Nigga. Hold on, FSU. Don't be.
No, this guy, right?
Rock wasn't even till mid '90s. My favorite, honestly, my favorite linebacker from Miami Hurricanes in the '91. They had Jesse Armstead, Michael Barrow, and Darren Smith.
Oh,
If
the
you
Bermuda
look,
Triangle.
and I like Marco Barrow's my favorite because if
Bermuda
you see
Triangle.
him, there's he's got 2 big hits against FSU.
Oh, did he now?
On their running backs.
Oh, yeah?
Yo, he lit that boy up.
Oh, did
Twice. He 2 different times now. Vince Wilfork got a good hit against a FSU running back too. But
Oh, that was ridiculous. That's in the Miami archives.
I love watching that shit. Woo.
But hey, I ain't gonna sit here and lie like these niggas ain't smack us up a couple times.
Oh no. Look, when it comes to Florida State and Florida, it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I don't fuck with Florida.
I don't either. Fuck them niggas.
But FSU,
but you gotta look at it like this.
FSU always gave us a rivalry though.
I was about to say before we even talk.
That's
like,
why
Florida never
Florida was not
sized y'all
like Danny Warfel and them. Like they didn't start doing shit till what 92, 90, when we were starting to on our come down.
Yeah.
When they were trying to take us out.
Remember contribute. Remember who was on top when y'all come down. Yeah. Anyways, so you already start plotting, you know what I'm saying, to get this show going because we won the championship in '93, and you know,
right,
where you guys were.
That's the last one since
Yeah,
2013.
You know what I'm saying?
After Big Bro left the house,
he said Florida State said what? Congratulations, it's Perspectives and Facts podcast. You have now made it to episode 35.
Woo!
What it do? What it
Pat
do,
yourselves on the back. You know, I'm pat. You know, hey, listen.
Proud to be a part of this show.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
It's a great Saturday in Jacksonville, Florida today. You know, it looks awesome outside.
Beautiful.
County.
You know, we have some great topics today, and you know, we're going to talk about the Mike Tyson incident on the plane.
That was an incident. That's what you can call it.
You know, I'm going to call it an incident. We're going to talk about DJ Envy's path to emasculation.
That's some shit, boy.
And castration via his wife. We're going to also get on these NBA playoff topics and these games and seedings.
Right.
And discuss Pusha T's new album. And if we find some more time to get into some more topics and ideas, we have that lined up as well. You know, Robert, you know what I'm saying? How you doing today? And Anthony, you know what I'm saying? What's poppin'? What's going on? You guys were in Miami this weekend.
We were.
For that spring game.
Down.
Everybody came out. It was a lot of, I was telling Ant, I'm really slow to pick, and I told you too, I'm really slow to pick up on stuff sometimes. I noticed that.
Boy, was he.
I didn't realize, you know, this is Mario Cristobal, the head coach of Miami now. You know, he used to be a former player. Now he's first year in the program.
Right.
You had all these new prospects coming in. Like, it's the thing about Miami, what made Miami so great back in the 80s and the 90s is, early 90s, is we were homegrown. It was niggas from the program coming through the program, teaching younger brothers in the program. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you go to the NFL, you coming right back and you helping. And that's how it was. Like, it was for a couple of years, we didn't have our players on the sideline from the NFL. So Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, all them cats, they weren't coming back because they weren't allowing them to come back.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, but now that we got, you know, them boys, you know, Mario Cristobal's there, a lot of the old regimes coming back, you know, to help out with the younger players and stuff like that, get them on their guard. We got Hall of Famers out here, so it's good.
Man, it was great.
Hopefully it's gonna be hopefully we have a good couple of years coming up.
You know how I know Miami's going to be trash this year?
Oh, here the fuck we go.
Because the whole time we've had conversations about the spring game, and y'all didn't tell me anything that you guys seen on the field. You just tell me about a whole bunch of old, decrepit dudes with their backs out and gray hair, walking around here. You know what I'm saying? Walking around here.
Because you know I was doing mine
and being old and just being old and signing autographs. You know what I'm saying? You didn't say nothing about a prospect coming in. I ain't hear nothing about receivers making plays, defensive backs locking down, linebackers reading blocks.
All right. right.
Just talking about these old dudes. Do they have helmets and t-shirts when they was making plays out there?
Oh, that's
they
how
had
you
a
feeling
senior
right
flag
now?
game.
That's how you feeling?
I bet that would have been more entertaining than the real.
Hey, listen.
I know that would have been more entertaining.
Couldn't even get Amarius Mims.
Hey, listen,
get my boy Mims.
Who? Hey, listen. I know we got a prospect. Hey, I know we got a prospect in the first round right now.
Come on.
I don't know where you guys.
First round win. Last draft.
No. Johnson coming up, the defensive end. Yeah. Who do you guys have? Who do you? Yeah, we can see where he didn't transfer to.
From Tennessee, where they giving niggas fucking
McDonald's
badge, bro.
Listen.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this spring game since old boy over here.
Yeah, I want to know what these scouts seen at the spring game. You know what I'm saying?
FSU fan, don't get too much.
I want to know it because I ain't hear about a play yet.
Think about it.
I ain't heard about a screen pass.
All right, so Gilbert Frierson, Frank Gore's cousin, he was out there laying the wood on basically everybody, showing what his skill set, his actual versatility is. You know what I'm saying? James Williams, the 5-star safety, he held it down as well. Jake Lichtenstein, the transfer out of USC, he did a tip to a pick that went to James Williams. He also got a forced fumble, and he also got a sack. Our 4-star, top 100, 24/7 player, Cyrus Moss, had 3 sacks.
Defense, right?
All defense right now. So he had 3 sacks as a true freshman, early enrollee. You know, he barely put on, I think at this point, 10 to 15 pounds. So let's give him his respect there. We also had Al Blades Jr. Seeing him back healthy again, I was so happy to see Al that. Blades. And he was actually playing safety. His first couple years, he was playing corner. So let's just go ahead and put that on the map. This boy is not even this young man. All right, is literally able to just be out there. Doesn't matter what position, he out there type deal, right?
Andrew Wingard be out there.
I know you ain't talking about that. You know what? We live. So
continue. I'm just listening to.
Anywho. All right. Who else we had that did well? I mean, essentially, what needed to be seen was the corners. The secondary was able to actually show they can play man, zone. It was pretty vanilla, is what they already told in the notes prior to the spring game. They was going to keep it real base. They weren't going to show too many different coverage schemes, all the different avenues, but I respected it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that walk-on.
46, Devon Perry. Listen. That dude deserves a...
What side of the ball was he on?
He's the running back. So he was a walk-on running back. He was at JUCO prior to being...
He was tight end.
No. Devon Perry's a running back.
46?
46, yeah.
Oh, he was out there doing everything.
Exactly.
He's a running back?
He's the running back.
I thought he was our tight end.
No.
Listen, it sounds like the defense looks okay, and it sounds like the offense is trash.
No, sir.
If we play FSU, it really
if you looked at
what was the offense doing?
We had 23 almost 20 plus players on the injury report that were just held out of the spring game that are going to go into the 2D. You know what?
How you get injured on spring break? We ain't even playing football right now. How you injured already?
We're getting healthy. But you know what? I'm going to end it right there because I've said enough.
It's April.
Hey, listen.
We ain't even playing football. How you hurt in real life?
You're a fucking 5-star. Y'all got this nigga trying to do TikTok.
I didn't bring up. Listen,
nah, man, fuck that. Because you know how you fucking Seminole fans are, bro. That's all I'm finna say.
Listen, I just asked.
Mm-hmm.
We know who could be on ESPN today. I don't ask ain't nothing about Miami on ESPN.
Hell no, I'm gonna be out there like Michael Irvin. You don't know about them K's, boy.
Listen, because y'all losing recipes for real, dog. Listen, at the end of the day, I just wanted to know. When good old
Jimbo took off on y'all, man.
Listen, I just wanted to know what the spring game was
like. Spring game was great.
You know,
it was great. All the Miami Mommies, all that was out there. All the
first round picks was out there.
Everybody. Was out there. David Njoku, you know what I'm saying? Jaleel Phillips, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that was everybody.
Jalen Phillips, yeah. Got to pick with that man.
You know what I'm saying? Like
rookie record in Miami, you know.
Got to see the GO.O.D. Ed Reed, Jason Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Antro Roll.
They might not mean much to y'all, but
oh no, he respected. He just, you know,
but the Hall of Fame.
I'm just asking questions.
Oh, so
we receiving answers.
You got your perspectives. And
I have not even. Listen.
What happened at y'all spring games? We talk about my Canes now. What happened at y'all spring game?
Listen, I don't talk FSU football.
Oh, that's
right.
With
non-FSU supporters. So
how am I not a non-FSU supporter?
Regular members of society. People that make sense.
Listen.
Shit.
Because unlike you, delusional Kool-Aid sippers, when my team fails to meet expectations, I simmer down on the talk and support on them because I know we don't have anything to talk about.
Sir, I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan.
And I relax until we get attacked.
Nothing. I stand on my team.
So you see where your teams are. So
that means I stand
decision making. So the loyal to bad decisions because the Jaguars haven't won anything and the Hurricanes haven't won anything. And we just look crazy supporting teams that don't support themselves.
Look crazy. Nah. Support.
Hey, you gotta listen. When you're loyal and you really stand on your word, you stand behind them no matter what. Look at the Browns. How many bad years they had before they started turning around.
Bro, look how delusional you have to be to live in Cleveland in the first place.
First off, real estate in Cleveland is actually doing fucking amazing, bro. If you buy a triplex or you know what? Let me stop because we are talking about sports. I'm sorry. That just clicked. My bad.
Now niggas trying to convince niggas to move to Cleveland.
Hey, listen, when you can buy a triplex, look at me, people. When you can buy a triplex for $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 in Cleveland, mind you, Cleveland has universities. Cleveland has a downtown market that isn't on the upswing as of right now. But hey, I'm just Mr. Newfield. Don't worry about my perspective over here. I got a couple facts, though.
Just say that for the real estate portion. Let these niggas know. Real estate's out here. Real estate is out here.
That's all I'm fucking trying to say.
I want to give a shout out to the homie Imran who got married.
Congratulations, brother.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Black love.
How was that wedding?
Love it.
That wedding was awesome. It was a beautiful display of just black excellence and black love. Excellence. You know what I'm saying? It was
coming together.
Everybody was looking nice. Everybody cleaned up nice. Everybody was looking clean.
I seen everybody pictures. Randy posted a bunch of stuff, and everybody looked good, man.
Yeah. I didn't even post my pictures yet, but I'm probably gonna do that probably like tomorrow or something. Just been busy and shit, but yeah. Like the wedding was awesome, the reception was awesome. Even when we went out the night before, you know what I'm saying, getting the VIP section, like, you know what I'm saying, had Jim Jones' performance like right in the next booth. That was pretty dope.
That was wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally, because when you took that picture of Jim Jones, did you zoom in?
No, he was right there.
I was about to say he really was like
next to you,
right here.
Yeah,
like how we had Jerry Judy next to you and you didn't say shit.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's right behind us. I didn't know that was him though. It's a nigga with dreads. How am I supposed to know?
And we in Fort Lauderdale, so
Facts.
Nigga with dreads. I don't know.
The groomsmen, I didn't know like most of them, but we all got cool. You know
That's how it happens.
Like, we're all in the group chat now. You know what I'm saying? We hung out and shit. The morning of the wedding was cool. You know what I'm saying? We all got ready kind of on time because we was lit the night before.
You went to sleep?
Any time not.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, I was ready. I was dressed ready to go. This is a wedding. Like, you can't really just like screw over like
you go out the night
time.
before and then y'all niggas still start the wedding at least at still the same time, if not exact time. Be better than most because most niggas don't even wake up half the time.
Yeah, we started we started everything on time. It was really classy. The photographer was like top notch. They had somebody on the saxophone playing the songs. Like, they had. Bro, but like they, all the lights. They had a dude playing the saxophone with all the lights, like when people like coming out for the wedding. But it was like really like monumental because it was at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and in our generation, like that's our like one. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just like made you kind of feel like, damn, like this is us now. Like we're
at that stage in life now where all with those weddings we were at were kids. Now we're like
we're doing the weddings. Like we're in the weddings.
We're in the weddings.
We're in them things. Like, we're not so that's your kid.
About it. We're in the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, whose kid is that? Oh, okay.
I think everybody was moved with emotion during the process of the wedding at some point.
Oh, you got to go to the.
It wasn't really a dry eye in the.
Nah, you can't.
FSU fans were crying.
Oh.
FSU fans were tearing up. Okay. FSU fans definitely shedded a G tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like come on, the homies got married. Like, that's like when y'all got married. Like, I'm like, yo, look.
Right.
Look at us. Look at them.
Right.
Next chapter.
Look at y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful.
It is beautiful.
The reception was awesome. They had an omelet station. They had shrimp and grits in a cocktail glass.
I know you in
all the stations. They had chicken and waffles. They had
any station
roasted potatoes, asparagus.
No, this man.
Yeah,
he be eating good like a foodie.
I
so
love
you know.
We talk about this.
They had some. They had the lemonade with the water. Then they had the fruit cup with the yogurt. You know, we wasn't really eating.
The parfait.
So like, this was
the
really
parfait.
The parfait. Yeah, I said fruit cup with yogurt.
It's okay, brother. You know,
so
niggas.
So that shit was awesome. I left and got my phone. I mean, not my phone, but my car because we all drove in the limo and shit and got there and shit. And, we were kind of sipping the whole time. And then there was an after party after the reception.
The after party.
Yeah, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came out, pulled up. Fucking dope. So, like I said, salute Imran and his wife. It was an awesome wedding.
Congratulations again, bro.
Many blessings.
Many blessings.
Right, salute to the groomsmen.
Nothing but good times for y'all.
Yeah, even Randy, you know what I'm saying? Randy was even there. Salute to the 6-Man Podcast.
6-Man Podcast. Everyone follow, like, subscribe.
So, getting to these topics.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
So, Mike Tyson.
Put the pause on that boy.
He
obviously
had
got into fisticuffs. With a
when it's Mike Tyson and it's somebody who's not a boxer, is it really fisticuffs? Like,
he called that man a peasant. I don't give a fuck what you say to me.
You know what? I feel like this, bro. Like, I don't really sympathize with the guy who got beat up because
I don't know.
Look like a pussy boy.
Like, it's certain things you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson is like not even because he's Mike Tyson. You just don't like bother people anyway.
Period.
If that's a regular person, you wouldn't be doing that.
Hell no.
I would sue the airlines if I was Mike Tyson because it's like, why would you allow
that video was
long?
That video was long.
Because he was sitting there for a hot minute just talking shit, and I'm just like, no stewardess, nobody came up and was like, bro, you need to sit your ass down.
That's what I'm saying.
But let there be a mass situation before all this got canceled.
Yeah,
it would have been on your ass.
So it's like, why would you let this? It's just failure on the airlines, number one, and then number two, when it comes to Mike Tyson, it's like, and everybody, and it's not on some because you're a celebrity, but it's like, yo, it's Mike Tyson. He will knock you the fuck out. Like,
exactly.
Who is really gonna try? It's just for your own safety.
For your own
if
safety.
There's security around Mike Tyson, it's to keep you safe.
Seriously,
not him.
It really ain't.
They're not securing him.
It's literally just so Mike don't
he'll
hit
beat
you
up
and
the
kill
security
you.
too.
He'll beat everybody.
Mike still got it. Y'all
see
saw
that?
Roy Jones.
I was about to say,
still got some speed on him.
Right.
That power. Look, Mike Tyson. As you get older and your power diminishes or something, it's different when you got regular power and you diminish to weaker power. Mike Tyson, right now, at his age right now, probably hitting just as hard as some kid and who's 22 who's an exceptional fighter. Trust me.
It's like when people say certain athletes are like trash because they can't get in the league anymore, but it's like, yo, their version of trash will wash you.
Randy Moss's speed now is still better than my speed now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Randy Moss will still outrun 99.9% of regular humans.
The population easy.
Listen, they had that
Randy
video.
They had
that video of Mike Tyson in that gym. I think it was over in one of those different countries, and the speed he moved at. You have to run it back. You have to run it back in slow mo, and even in slow mo, he's still moving fast.
You see when he swung on Brandon Marshall?
Oh.
Slow that down. If you slow that down, he could have
just clapped him right there.
He could have knocked him out like 3 times.
You gotta understand,
he could have punctured his kidney and then broke his nose. Like, he could have just
doop, doop, doop.
And then you just gotta understand, when a man like that with that much natural God-given power, and he's a boxer, like he has the technique to get the most out of his punch.
Right.
So don't think he's just swinging wildly. Like, if Mike Tyson connect, Mike Tyson's gonna connect.
You seen dude looked visibly.
He had to been drunk because he was definitely trash.
That was that. He got his ass whooped. He's like, let me shut the fuck up.
But you know what though? At the same time, like, even when I look at it, it is what it is. Like, things like that happen in life. Like, that's a lesson to people. Like, don't just run up on individuals.
Period.
Like, don't. Every action deserves a reaction.
People gonna understand when you put your hands on someone without their consent.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens after that, it happens.
As they say,
and ain't nobody really gonna be crying about it when it's you. I'm sorry.
Talk shit, get hit. As they
you started. You better be able to finish. If you can't finish it, somebody will finish it for you. Believe that. Somebody gonna finish it for you.
And it's gonna be your day eventually, one day. You know.
And I'll be waiting for them days. I love when people get their day in court. Oh, I love it.
Boy, you just be like, damn, that happened to you, bro. Oh man, ain't that some shit?
Like, I really wish they would just let him box him out. If I was a stewardess, if I was one of them stewardess.
Listen, you know how they got that one cool story, that one.
I was like, hey, since you want to talk shit to Mike, why don't y'all get out here in the aisle?
No.
We gonna square up.
They hit you with the passengers, please direct your eyes outside of the windshields, outside of the windows. As Mike Tyson's gonna be slapping this boy to fuck up.
I'm telling Mike, square up. I'm like, Mike, go ahead and get your punches in.
Man. Fuck that kid.
I got you, bro. Don't worry, get your punches in. Go ahead and lock that man up. Show that man what the '90s was like.
Right.
So
with the skin.
So the guy who got hit, he came out
and trying to sue.
Yeah, and his lawyer said Mike Tyson acted in an excessive manner, and he could have alerted a flight attendant. They also said the guy hit him with a water bottle. He was like, he was a big Mike Tyson fan. He just got overly excited.
I ain't never been so excited I had to insult my.
So we are pandering to
I never insulted someone I like.
We are pandering to an intoxicated individual that decided to that. I think that video was almost good, like 3, 4, almost 6 minutes long before he finally tapped him the fuck up. So
Mike sat there for a minute,
and I'm seeing here on the screen it says use excessive force. This man can literally kill anybody with his bare hands. So what excessive force the fuck are you talking about there, sir? Second to that, you called this man peasants. The fuck you think's gonna happen to
just
you next?
Screaming and yelling over a grown ass man is
like,
disrespectful
bruh,
yourself.
that's like putting your finger
in
in a man's face. Like, bro, you just don't do certain things.
I don't care how much of a fan you are. You don't put you don't be screaming and yelling at people spit in the middle of COVID too.
Right, spitting all kinds of whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So,
anywho,
that's disrespectful.
But that's how I feel about that situation.
Ruthless.
Yeah, Mike Tyson did exactly what was right.
All right, and
yeah, go ahead.
Back to other people.
Right, exactly.
Doing weird things.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Envy.
Oh, damn, DJ.
DJ Envy showed us that he has no idea how the female body works at all.
Yeah, man.
And he been married. How long does it say how long he's been married?
Let me scroll down. They've been married for they've been together for over
2001.
years. Okay,
Wow.
wow.
Since 2001. So that means DJ Envy his whole life thinking because women are screaming and yelling that they're orgasming. Like,
hey, all I gotta say is
that's some high school shit.
Toys are your friend, man. Don't be intimidated by them.
Because basically what DJ Envy said, I guess he was like, he assumed because his wife was doing all the screaming and yelling stuff, she was having an orgasm. She was like, well, sometimes I have to fake it or whatever the case may be.
Better buy that girl a rose and call it a day.
That man looked dumbfounded.
Right?
Nah, it's like, my only thing is, why did you go out here and say this? Why are you volunteering this information? Like, one thing I don't understand is why do couples try to? I hate when couples try to have these couple campaigns, couple betterment campaigns, and it's like, who says you're the barometer of a great couple?
Y'all need shit like that. You need to keep in house.
But you guys want to know why this is? She has a book deal coming out. It's a book. Good publicity or bad publicity. Hey, we understand.
Of course,
politics.
But see, this is another issue when your wife also wants to be clouded up.
Yeah, of course, but again,
because nobody cares about. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody cares about DJ Envy's wife. Like, to be honest, you're just DJ Envy's wife. Like, you probably do have some cool, interesting things going on.
Absolutely.
But your name to fame is DJ Envy cheating on you with Erica Mena and then just simping the rest of his life in your marriage, and you drag him along on a leash now and forever.
She cute though.
Emasculate him at any chance you get, because you can probably leave him and take everything with 6 kids.
Absolutely.
And being there for over 20 years. So every time he says, hey, yo, get up on here and act the clown, tell these people that you can't even make me come. And he did it. And you see how she was looking at him while he was talking? She was looking through him. Say this. Remember how, what's his name? Was Derek Jackson? Remember how he was looking at his wife when she was talking? Just dead at her,
we
through
rehearsed this. So don't act stupid.
That's how DJ Envy was talking, like he was a hostage situation. And I'm sitting there man.
That is a hostage situation. You got outed by someone, and then you got to live with the consequences of it, because you are from that generation where it's like, if you take me back, I'll just, we'll get through this. You know what I'm saying? We'll celebrate our 35th anniversary as if I didn't cheat on you or some shit. Isn't that how most situations be going? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we look at historical times within certain communities, that's kind of the norm. This ain't the unfound thing. It's just now we're just on bigger platforms talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just she got this man on camera basically saying, I don't know shit about my wife, and her looking at them saying, this nigga's never played.
You know why? It's a chapter in her book.
That's what I'm trying to tell, bro. That's what all I'm saying. Like, this whole thing, this spectacle. Let's use the term there, right? This spectacle. You better say the fuck what's right now. I got understand book tour.
I told you to read a chapter.
I got 20 fucking cities to hit, and you better say the right fucking words right now. Yes, you can't make me come.
So DJ Envy does not have his balls. His wife.
We gotta slow down on the cursing. They have an algorithm on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the YouTube algorithm.
Well, I'm sorry. Hey, community, I had my makers for the morning. 2 of them. So that's all I can say on that. This man, remember he said Quaaludes was on his door, for real, dog. Like,
that's how you know old school. Quaaludes.
Old school.
And that's how you know, you're dry snitching. But anyway, so back to the, his wife writing a book. Is why do we want to hear more documentation about DJ envy in
It
the
ain't
relationship.
us. It's women. They want to read
But
that shit.
I don't believe women
like
are buying these books to read,
They
bro.
like gossip.
You know what I think? I think once you get in a certain celebrity status, clout status, you can hire an author to summarize the lies and stories you tell, and then after they do that, they find the New York bestseller, and then they pay them some type of fee to get on the New York bestseller list by pre-selling books through some type of loophole algorithm. Because on some real shit, like nobody is buying this fucking book. Like nobody wants to hear about.
And it's super random from her of all people. Like,
and then there's just a chapter in your book why do we want to hear about when he cheated like that? You know what I'm saying with Eric? Like, why is all this? It isn't already documented. You guys have a show. Like, how much are you gonna milk this nigga doing this to you, dog? Like,
in the era of clout, though, like that's really what it is. It's like you find something that's a problem or some shit, and it pretty much just runs for years and years. You hear about it 2 years later because every little bit it escalates. It's like, okay, you cheated here. Now later on, now y'all talking about, oh, he cheated. Now we're talking about the orgasm I never got. And it's just you just building off of that little piece of just, oh, he cheated, da da da. We already saw that. It's done. But now it's like, oh well, at the time I didn't know I was faking orgasm. Like, what does it have to do with the cheating? It's something to just piggyback off of it, just to add to it.
quick question: how you feel about a mask mandate on flights? I know that's a random rapid fire question, but
I mean, shit.
were you like COVID believers or like?
I mean, I got vaccinated, so I really didn't care. I'll be honest with you.
I'm too big to cause problems. So
You got vaccinated?
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it is. If you you wear a mask, you wear a mask. If you vaccinate, you vaccinate. Right. You're not. I mean, I don't push nothing on nobody, but I'm gonna do my. I know I'm Gucci. Right. I've had COVID a long time ago, so I got the antibodies or whatever case may be, and I got the vaccine as well. And I worked in the medical field, so I know how this shit works. Right. So I know what to avoid, what not to avoid. So if people don't want to do what they're supposed to do to keep from getting COVID or whatever case it be, I'm be honest with you, I don't really care no more. I know I'm good, and I'm gonna make sure people around me good. But other than that, everyone else, I mean, hey, people wearing masks, people not wearing masks. It is what it is. As long as y'all not being dirty and fucking coughing on people and blowing your snot and then touching everything else. I mean, that's really all it is. People just being basic human beings. Just wash your hands, cover your mouth. You sneeze, cover it. Like, it's really not hard. But people, for some reason, have a hard time doing all this shit. I don't know.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Bro. People just know how to be adults in America. One thing that COVID has showed us that Americans don't know how to be adults.
Even accountability.
Accountability, too.
Oh, I can show you. If you work a shift at McDonald's, you'll see a lot of people not being adults. And that's over the counter, not behind the counter.
Oh yeah, not the stuff you really don't.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the workers. I'm talking about the customers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so sad. Too,
like, man. You're an adult. Like you're
how
basic, just hygiene. A lot
you know
of people
what? I would tell anybody, like, your first job probably needs to be customer service because you need to see the different types of adults that are really walking around.
People, I definitely feel like at some point in their life, I don't know if high school, class, whatever you need to be, you need to, the sides that you're always criticizing, I feel like you should always get to experience it. People be, these same customers that be coming in here, I'm like, you should work in a food industry just for a couple weeks just to see the dumb shit y'all come in here with. Because, I mean, you worked at food industry before. I worked at food industry. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I have.
But, like, you see customers do some of the wildest stuff. You're just like, and you think that's okay? But because I'm the worker, I gotta just mosey with it. Like, all right, customer's always right. Not when I'm on shift. Customer wrong as hell if I'm on shift. Everybody wrong if I'm on shift. Right. And it's just simple, basic hygiene, and people, shit's trash.
That and on some, like, even going to like these restaurants and stuff, and just like, if you guys even been with me sometimes, like if we're in a drive-through, I try to give the least amount of trouble as possible. Same, or like if you're trying to like after we order, like my biggest pet peeve is you're like, oh, let me add something on, we get to windows. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like,
you knew you wanted that when we ordered it.
Yeah.
Damn,
I don't know why this turned into drive-through appreciation, but salute to everybody working in the drive-through.
Thank you guys. You guys
common courtesy, people. Be good to people,
you know
man.
And everybody in customer service industry, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all work when we're not working, you know what I'm saying? So.
For real.
Getting to the NBA playoffs, this is our sports section of the pod.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is where we talk about just brief.
Anybody got like a favorite series that they've been watching?
For me, it was probably the Bulls Bucks.
I watched the Bulls Bucks.
What about for you?
I've been enjoying the Celtics and Nets. Celtics been.
I don't know what's been happening with the Nets.
I don't know. The Nets, that whole experiment shows you like, and that's something we're sports fans, so we know you can put big name with big name, but it's at the end of the day, people have to still play, and chemistry and everything needs to be a factor. You got Kyrie and KD. You think it's going to be an easy series, even though, Jason Tatum and them, they said they haven't had a great season or anything like that. They've had their ups and downs or whatever. But I just feel like if that last game I saw, KD and Kyrie, every time they shot, it was a brick. Mm-hmm. And then you had Jason Tatum, because it was funny, I was watching the game, and they was both trash in the first half. Like, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown weren't playing good. KD and Kyrie, I'm like, somebody on one of these teams going to have to turn up a little bit. Like, if we're all trash right now, it's okay. It's an even game. We all trash. But if one of us gets just a little bit of, just a spark, it's going to be a turn up. Because if you're all flat and I'm starting to get up, you're going to stay flat because you're going to see me turning up. And that's exactly what happened. Jaylen Brown hit 2 or 3, like, tough lays. And then Jason Tatum hit a 3 and some other stuff. And them boys never looked back. And they was playing KD rough.
Durant went 0 for 10 in the fucking second half.
They was playing KD rough. And KD had like 2 or 3 open looks. Point them shits immediately. And I'm like, oh, see? And that's what I'm saying. That's why when you got teams, you got these players that can turn up at any time. You got 2 good players on both teams. Somebody going to catch fire eventually. And when it happens, it's going to happen quick and it's going to be swift. And you got to either pull yourself together or you just going to be in a dungeon. And that's what KD was. He was in a dungeon the whole second half of that game.
This Boston game really about to come on sometime today, actually.
Yeah, there's a game on right now. It's on, let's see who that is.
Watch it be like Philly and Toronto or some shit.
It is. It is.
I ain't watched the Philly Toronto. I watched a little bit of Philly Toronto.
Yeah, same here.
Damn, Philly's up 3-0. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
this is game 4.
Philly up 3-0.
Yeah.
Quick, random question, though.
What's up?
Is it not wild seeing all these, and I know it's a newer era of basketball and players are more athletic and stuff, but is it wild to me that, like, all these 7-footers hitting these game-winning 3-pointers now?
No.
Joel Embiid hitting it. Last year, like, I don't know if last year or a year before.
When AD pulled up.
Like, that's still wild to me, seeing these 7-footers hit 3-pointers, game winner. Like, that's your guy for the game winner with the 3-point?
Like, nobody was throwing it out to Hakeem Olajuwon at the 3 to bang the game.
Ain't nobody telling Shaq to hit the 3.
But y'all was trusting Kareem to hit that hook shot.
That's a hook shot.
Hey, but he was making it consistently.
But we're talking about
I know you're talking new era, but he was a 7-footer.
Yeah, but we're talking about
that's a hook shot though.
Yeah, and he's at the rim. We're talking about taking
inside the 3-point lane.
Nah, he was doing mid range.
Mid range. What we're saying, what we're saying is when you take the center for the game winning 3.
Seriously, think about it.
That's center, not done.
Look at the headlines. Center hits game winning 3.
I'm wrong for taking it to that level, but no, absolutely, it is different. You know what I'm saying? But also, let's think about it. If they were able to just simply develop that part of their game, who's really gonna stop a 7-footer on the 3-point line?
But that's the thing, though. At the time, it was more so 7-footers. That's not what you.
But that's because. But that's the same thing they used to do to every big.
You rarely even had an athletic point guard.
Every big dude growing up was always the center until they got to a height to where they weren't the big dude no more. These guys were just always abnormally bigger than everybody.
I'm gonna say one more thing about that. It's just when you're a 7-footer, they're gonna put you under the rim.
Of course,
they're not gonna train you to be a 3-point.
They don't think that's what
That'd
you.
be weird.
But then you show them that you can, and they're like, "Damn!" So you really can play.
Well, I mean, if you show the ability, that's different. But Shaq wasn't showing us no ability on a 3-pointer.
You've never seen Shaq shooting like real deal jump shots.
No, because that wasn't his game.
Right, but like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, you'll get.
Well, David Robinson,
even Chris Webber could probably bang a 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, every so often.
Kevin Garnett can probably bang a 3.
Yeah, Kevin has some 3s.
Yeah, we're talking about. I remember Tim Duncan hit a game tying 3 in 2008 against the Suns first round, game 1. I remember that. So, but that was like a kick out. On some like shit, the clock's run out. Tim Duncan had 3 shit.
Yeah, nobody was expecting. No one passed him the ball. Saying
Chris Bosh, hit 3. So I think a lot of it was it's not that they couldn't hit the 3. They could. It's not like there weren't players in the past that could hit the 3 ball.
They just wasn't expecting.
Rasheed Wallace, you know what I'm saying? It just that wasn't what the team asked them to do. That wasn't part of their game.
Yeah.
Because for sure, like David Robinson was talented. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem was talented. These are jump shooting. Face up centers.
Right. Exactly. Which one, John? Which series you been your favorite?
I'm gonna say Golden State, Denver.
How's that?
Because my finals pick was Golden State versus the Bucks. I'm a Heat fan, so I want Heat to go to the finals, but I'm not going to be biased and be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my finals pick was Bucks and Warriors, and I've been saying Warriors low-key all year. And I'm not a Warriors fan, but I'm like, if Steph, Draymond, and Clay are healthy, the league still never found an answer for that.
And
they just added KD, and then they all got hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really all it was.
It's not like them healthy, the league had any type of answer whatsoever.
Their past two, KD got hurt, and then he got hurt.
No, KD got hurt, and then like Steph was out for like almost a whole year, and then Clay was out for like 2 whole years.
They lost Clay. That's what I meant. They lost Clay, and then another one. KD got hurt against
in the finals,
Toronto.
Yeah,
and then that was
him and Clay got hurt.
And then we was pretty much just like, well, that's Toronto there.
That's the series. Yeah,
but they didn't beat him straight up. You know, 1-on-1 with the best on best. So
I was actually in Canada for that
and that's crazy. And then Jordan Poole. He's
coming out
turning to like the third Splash Bro, and it's just crazy to watch him. So that's been my favorite series because I wasn't really
Splash Brothers plus Draymond.
I wasn't really accounting for him to like, dude, nobody's seen this coming. Mm-hmm. So for me to be like, yo, I think they're gonna go to the finals and win it if they're all healthy and like they're looking all healthy and they're doing this. I would kind of feel like I should probably put some money on this shit, but
you wouldn't be crazy too, honestly.
It's a quick flight to go do that. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because are they? They have
legal states.
As Golden State, have they won 3? Are they 3 right now?
Yeah, 3-0. They're about sweep. Miami lost last night.
Yeah,
on a Trae Young floater.
That's okay though.
I started watching that too, and I think it was close when I was watching, and I just assumed because a couple of these past couple of games they've had, when I was watching the Timberwolves and Grizzlies game. Mm-hmm. Minnesota Timberwolves were lighting Grizzlies up, and so I started watching the game. I didn't care, and then I look at the ESPN the next day. Grizzlies came back.
Yeah, and I was watching the whole game.
I was surprised because I gave up on the game. I said, "Damn, they watching y'all." All right, well that game's gone. And then next thing you know, I looked the next day. Oh yeah, Grizzlies won. I was like, oh, that's a change of events. Yeah. So a lot of these games have been pretty decent, I think, as far as.
Very exciting playoffs. Yeah, hasn't been a lot of blowouts.
Not a lot of blowouts.
When you see the runs they're going on, it's like 18-4.
Yeah, they have some crazy runs.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like 24-8 at one point in some of those, and I'm just like, dang.
I'm gonna be honest. Chicago gave the most disappointing performance last night in the playoffs. Chicago gave the most disappointing performance in the playoffs, probably next to Utah.
Grayson Allen.
Actually, no. Utah is the number 1 disappointing team in the playoffs, and number 2. I mean, Chicago Bulls weren't expected to do anything. It was like, okay, without Middleton at home, you guys are supposed to like put that pressure and like go up 2-1.
And then DeMar had that good game the second game. So you're thinking, okay, maybe he's on the come up. He went right back down. And Grayson Allen and them boys, everyone did it because Giannis
he only had like 18
points. He didn't really have to do a lot. Everyone else was on it. Defense wise and stuff. That's why I love, because I'm a football fan, but that's why I love basketball sometimes, because a lot of stuff anybody can really just come out and just do what they need to do and make the game good.
I don't like them. The T-Wolves, they're fake tough guys. I'm so happy they lost the way they lost.
I never liked
Cat with the whole next question. I'm gonna go sip wine. Like, he's a fake tough guy. He's a bum. Patrick Beverly's definitely a bum.
I can't stand Pat.
What's his name? D'Angelo Russell is the OG snitch. So they have a lot of people on that team that are not likable at all. So
OG snitch.
I really want Ja Morant and them boys to.
Oh yeah, I love Ja too.
And what would be a more exciting series than Ja Morant and Grizzlies versus Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson and Warriors? That's gonna be like the best series of the playoffs outside of the finals.
I'm a fan of Ja. I've always liked Ja.
It's gonna be like explosive plays and cool. Like who's gonna I don't know. It's like who's gonna take a lead in the series? Who's gonna be the best player in that series? Gonna be crazy. Dallas. It's crazy how Dallas is beating Utah right now without Luka and without Tim Hardaway Jr. Like they're just like they're literally beating them with Brunson and friends.
I gave them credit because Luka wasn't there. But damn.
Hey, Jason Kidd, man. Jason Kidd.
Mind you, that guy was a coach on the court when he was playing, so really he knows how to facilitate.
Hey, man, Donovan Mitchell, they said he's leaving after this year.
I'm not putting it past him.
He has to leave though. He's done his time in Utah. It's time to go.
Yeah, Donovan. I feel like
that's like saying Dame and Portland.
Yeah, but Dame doesn't want to run from the grind. His face ass. So don't let him run from the grind.
If I was Dame, I'd be out there. Man.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck too. I fuck with Dame, but after they named him to the 75th anniversary team, I couldn't forget that. I'm like, how you can't put him there?
But see,
there's no way you could put him in that.
See, the thing about it, Dame's on the same type of time. Like if he would have came into a situation like how Tim Duncan came in, I know they're two different players.
He's not over there over McGrady or Vince Carter, so we can just stop there.
Oh no,
or Dwight Howard or Pop
okay.
Gasol.
When you put it like that, okay. If you
yeah.
If you put Tracy, yeah. He definitely not over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah, bro, you can't get in there like that.
No.
Yeah, I love Dame.
You're not confessed.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, I feel like Dame had one of, I think, and this is my own opinion, he had one of the best game-winning 3-point shots
of all
in
time.
The history of the
like
NBA.
Two actually.
Because when he
won against the Rockets, and the one you talking about was against OKC.
He was already 5-6 feet behind a 3-point. Did a sidestep on Paul George, no less. So he's got the difficulty, the player he was against, and the moment. So I love Dame, I do. But over Tracy though.
No.
I'm not put him over Trace.
No. Over Chris Bosh? Nah. You're good.
Yeah.
Maybe over Chris Bosh.
I'm not a big Bosh fan, so I respect Bosh. Don't get it twisted. But
I feel like Dame Lillard ain't did shit Chris Bosh ain't do with the Raptors.
That too. You
just
put
get
it like
to the
that.
playoffs and get bounced.
You're right though.
Putting up great stats.
You're right though.
But
you put it like that.
Yeah, and then the Phoenix Pelican series, that's like pretty cool. I mean, Brandon Ingram's looking like baby KD.
It's funny because it's like everyone LeBron traded away.
Balling.
Ingram's balling. Lonzo, before he got hurt in Chicago, was running things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kuzma ain't done nothing in Washington.
But he's all right. Clarkson doing his thing.
Like everyone, everybody.
D'Angelo Russell still kind of doing his thing. Julius Randle doing his thing.
Pretty much everyone that he bounced is in the playoffs, and he's at home watching them right now.
I mean, they were first round. Most of those guys were first round picks.
If it's a second round series, I am looking forward to is pretty much all of them, besides the Phoenix Pelicans and Dallas and Jazz. Like that's just a sector of the playoffs I'm really not interested in.
I ain't even. I like Luka,
and he's not even in there. So, and then Booker got hurt, so I'm like, I'm not watching Chris Paul.
When Booker got hurt,
Chris Paul battle the scraps.
Pretty much
to the Western Conference Finals, bro. Like I'm not watching that shit. Golden State, Memphis, that's gonna be must see TV. Mm-hmm. If it holds up, Boston versus Milwaukee is going to be epic.
If they playing if Boston playing how they playing KD,
they might be able to.
That's gonna be a good series.
And then Miami versus Philly. It's going to be must-see TV. I can't wait. That's going to be me really taking interest in the playoffs now. Like, okay, we're sleeping through the Hawks right now.
For real, though. Really have, though.
But the Sixers, is James Harden going to really last in Miami on the road games and not go to the strip clubs and not stay out and wild out? And he's not even playing too hot anyways.
Might see him himself.
He's just been dispersing. He's just been, big. He ain't scoring 30. Which maybe, I don't know. James was doing that for a little bit with the Nets, and I liked it. When he was just kind of being a distributor, he wasn't trying to score 30 a game. But
right, he did that game 1 for sure.
Yeah.
But then game 2, he looked kind of like shit. And in game 3, he fouled out. And, Embiid should win the MVP because he does MVP things like he did the other night, banging that 3. Mm-hmm. So
I honestly wasn't surprised he pulled up like that. I've been watching his
Yeah, I wasn't either. It was just like
it was a I'm just saying it's just if you would have in the 90s if they would have told you that not KG because KG definitely was hitting jumpers his in 96 and on.
Right.
Bro, just say anytime outside the last 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, that's about right.
Just seeing a 7-footer just being like, hey, you hit the open 3. Talking about the nigga that can dunk on everybody on the team, he gonna hit the dunk. All right. Like it then. Usually it's a smaller dude, but
and the way you could tell, the way he set up for the shot too, is just one of those yep, this is just like practice.
Pulled up just like a point guard.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
It was beautiful.
So really quick,
go ahead, man.
Get on this last topic. Did you guys listen to the Pusha T album? I listened to it yesterday.
How was it?
Yeah, tell me.
It was I enjoyed it.
I trust your analysis.
I enjoyed it. I like the beats. The beats were awesome. You know, the bars. Of course, Pusha T, the features.
Yeah,
like
Pusha always gonna have bars.
The song with him and Jay-Z is just disgustingly good. It's just like, come on, bro. Like you need to inject that into your veins. Like
12 songs, 36 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely like if drugs were a song, like that's it.
That's Pusha T though.
Yeah, the beat's crazy too. The first song, the beat's crazy. So like it just takes you exactly where you want to go. Lil Uzi's verse on one of them songs is pretty dope. Kanye was on a few songs. He has a song with Kid Cudi on there. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I don't have any issues with it. I would say it's not better than Daytona, but Daytona was just like a classic. It was just different. It was just different.
Okay.
I like Pusha. Pusha always come out with the
it was a really good album. But I will say like I don't know. I mean, it's just day out. You know what I'm saying? But and it has a lot of good songs. I really like it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give Pusha a passing grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and say like I enjoyed it. It's cool. I would tell anybody to listen to it. But the only thing that I would say is just like if you try to compare it to Daytona, it's like you just can't. So sometimes when somebody drops a project, it's not as good as probably like their best project. People want to say it's trash or disappointing, and it's like it's really not. It's just not fucking the greatest
what
thing.
You use,
arguably, a Grammy award winning album. Like Daytona was nominated for a Grammy, and Cardi B beat him. So, like, if Cardi B didn't have that year, that Grammy would have probably just went to Pusha T, or it would have went to Nipsey Hussle. So,
yeah,
you know,
it's true. Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
And that's what so Pusha dropped his 22.
Next week, Future is dropping his album. That's gonna be
Kendrick's in May.
We're gonna get to Kendrick's, but we gotta hold on. We gotta Future Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the goat of goats, bro.
That's his man's right there.
That's his dog. That's his dog right there.
The best rapper in the last 10 years. The best rapper of this generation, honestly. You know, I'm not giving it to Drake because Drake is, you know.
I've been a Drake fan since high school, my 9th grade year, and I love Drake to death. But when I remember I was watching something on I'd be watching this compilation between Drewski and Jack Harlow, like just funny moments between them, and they said who's the best rapper alive right now, and they say Drake, and I'm like, I love Drake, I really do, but I don't consider he's successful. He's got the albums and everything, but when I don't look at Drake as the best rapper of like.
Bro, Drake is just an artist. He's just a hip hop artist.
Yeah,
a music.
But you can consider
artist.
him more of a pop star.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he
fits
so
the passable image.
It's just
media.
People need to remember that just because you got album sales and stuff like that. I mean, that does factor into the argument of being a brass rapper, but it takes more than just a selling. Because I could go out and make a hit. And if I sell 50 million copies, I'm the best rapper all of a sudden. Like, I don't have the background for it. I don't have the lyrics. I don't have the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Drake is just a one-time because he's clearly shown he can put out hits, but it takes more to just be the best rapper of all time. And honestly, I ain't going to say Future's the best of all time, but when consistently, Future's been very consistent.
I don't like when they leave him off the list, like what they try to do, and they're like, oh, the Mount Rushmore of like this generation, of like it was Drake, Kendrick, Cole, and Nicki, and I'm like, bro, Future is over J. Cole, bro. J. Cole, come on now. Future is over J. Cole. Like, cut the fucking cap. Like, this is where we're gonna stop the bullshit. Like, if we did a versus right now, J. Cole is gonna get put under the table. Okay, stop the fucking cap.
I would like to see that.
On a Friday, we're not blasting no damn J. Cole. Let's keep it a buck. If the hoes coming over and not putting J. Cole on.
I've seen some bitches twerk some Cole.
Oh my God. Listen. And J. Cole's cool, but I would put, and even with Kendrick Lamar, like Kendrick Lamar dropped like fucking 4 albums, 3-4 albums, which were fire. I fuck with Kendrick. I can't wait for his album.
I love Kendrick.
And I think lyrically he's on another level.
Oh yeah.
But with the musical output, like Future gives you music every year. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna make you wait 4 or 5 years, and then that music is just you don't even listen to them album anymore because you've been listening to it for too long. That's also sometimes that is a knock. As you can't tell me you're one of the best rappers and like I get an album from you every 3 to 4 years. It's not the fucking 80s.
Because I think people also forget too like how hard it is to really make an album. And
for some people,
make that many to consistently come out with stuff that people are always like, yo, that feature was hot, that was hot, that was hot. Like you could put out album after album, but to consistently put out something that's gonna make people
quality
buzz,
over quantity.
You know what I'm saying?
Quality over quantity.
And it's hard to do them both. Absolutely. To put out a lot and put out a lot of good.
You've seen J. Cole kind of started putting out more and started doing more because it's like he kind of understood. It's like, listen, you can't be saying you're the best. You're doing this. You're not even doing collabs. You're not hopping on beats. You're not fucking people up on their beats. Like
you gotta be perfect to put out an album once every couple of years. I mean, and then be considered, one of the best.
Think about the era that we came in through. Like, I mean, John and both of y'all. Lil Wayne, how many Carters did it take? How many years in between Carter?
But how many? But he never stopped putting out music. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he was the best.
His mixtapes literally were our whole high school.
That's what I'm saying. Just like that's why I compare it to the Future to where it's like, yo, like
you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, like you never stop making music, and then the music you're making at such a high clip is still quality because you keep a hit on you.
Because there's never a time. Like
you don't hear this man on radio.
I got a Future song from him every year at least 1 or 2 Future for every year, every couple months. I got a Future song.
Or tell me what rapper doesn't release their lead single with Future. It's been going on for 11 years now.
Yeah, no.
It's not Drake, it's Future. Like Pushin' P, one of the biggest songs this year. Who's on that bitch singing the chorus? Future. Like he has the Midas touch. Like he just comes in and just like bow. If you have a hit song, Future somewhere on that bitch.
Yeah, man. He knows how to get the record sales.
And his first Grammy, him and Kendrick got that for on the Black Panther soundtrack. So you know what I'm saying? Like they both got a Grammy together, but that's my guy. So he's dropping an album next. But I will say this.
Toxic King.
I will say this. This might be a transition point where like you're no longer like the new, not even the new, but like your music may not be like the premium album, if you know what I'm saying. Like, when this is to me, this is going to be the bridge of like, okay, are you in the Ye, the Drake, the Cole, the Kendrick category? Like when you drop your album, it's over here, or are you going to be like in the Ross, Meat Mill?
Yeah.
Like you still hit like over 100,000, but it's just like
niggas know about it, but they only talk about it for a little bit.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody who put some shit out and it's like, okay, we gonna talk about this for foreseeable future.
Right, because Future has put out albums where we still talk about it to this day. But the last probably like 2 albums haven't been like life changing. So
true.
And then we also said that Kendrick is also dropping his album. There's a lot of pressure on this album, but I enjoyed every Kendrick album he's dropped. So
yeah, me too.
I'm betting that this is gonna be another just crazy. The world needed it. Drop to your knees and weep.
I ain't doubting him yet. I'm gonna doubt him now. I'll tell you that much.
But if it's we gotta debate it. The internet is going to come after him because it's kind of like the same argument with. It's like LeBron and KD is kind of like Drake and Kendrick. Kendrick is kind of like KD of the rap game in a way where like how LeBron is like the parallels. Yeah. So it's like anything that any criticism that people give LeBron, okay, if KD did the same thing, we're gonna have to, kind of like how they did with him going 0 for 10. It's gonna be like that for Kendrick. If Kendrick drops an underwhelming project, or if people aren't like blown off their feet like they've been with all the other projects, they're going to be trolls and people trying to trash it and be like, oh, this is mid. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be trolls that can't wait to be like, yo, this is not.
There's always a troll somewhere. It don't matter how good that album is. Somebody gonna find something to critique.
So and that's how you know people are.
And then even in this era, it's like, yo, how is this era going to consume a Kendrick album? You know what I'm saying? How they're going to digest this Kendrick album? Like, and what is this album going to be about? What's the theme of this? Like, what is he?
Yeah. I want some. I want some Good Kid, Mad City vibes. Yeah. I always miss the album. So a little bit more fun because I feel like his last one.
Damn.
It was I ain't gonna say not political, but it was a little serious or more serious tone, I would say, than Good Kid, Mad City.
I'll say all his albums get more serious with the album. That's what even the damn cover. That's why I loved it because the cover was just like it was low key funny. Yeah. Yeah, and it was like this best rap. It was like it was so funny that it was like, yo, this is like this is the GOAT type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like who could just look off in the dance and just damn in the red like. it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can kind of
though.
see what it is. The simpler, the more you can kind of see.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to his album.
I am too.
For sure. Especially, and he seems like he always drops when the weather's warm for some reason.
Sometime,
Hey, he knows.
You ready?
Longer days, cooler nights. You know what I'm saying? Get the jam out.
I'm ready to see, man. So this was Perspectives and Facts podcast, episode 35, man. Your boy Aunt Robert, we did it again. We're here. I think we gave a really good episode. This is a really dope episode.
Yeah. Y'all
Already.
finally got to hear a little bit of my financial knowledge about some Cleveland markets. Even though this man said don't move no
Niggas
fucking
ain't
other
moving
Cleveland.
to motherfucking Cleveland, dog.
Cleveland.
This man really trying to get you to move to Cleveland.
I ain't say move. Out of state investors, individual, and just as a disclosure, this is not financial advice at all. So please, seek guidance from others, but not me.
Cleveland.
He just don't want y'all to be mad when y'all go to Cleveland. You like, ain't shit here. I thought it was supposed to be something here. Like,
Oh,
he
God,
didn't tell
Cleveland.
you.
I'm trying to tell you, Cleveland,
Hey,
bro.
nah,
I don't even know why we started talking about Cleveland, bro.
Because you
to
were
be
saying,
honest.
yeah, go ahead and close it out, bro.
Yeah,
Let's leave it
Respect
alone.
Facts podcast, man. Like, subscribe, and share.
305, baby.